You can get away with that because us fellow hobbits gotta stick together. So, boiling point. Have any of you here ever heard of or been to a place called Costco? Judging by your laughter, you know where this is going. So, Costco and I don't really have a good relationship. We've had some struggles over the years, and it's the typical thing where it's kind of like you're driving down a freeway, and you're minding your own business, you're just driving along, obeying the rules of the road, and then you flip on your signal light to merge, and all of a sudden everybody in the other lane just speeds up, not letting you in. That's a typical experience at Costco for me. So, this day started like any other. It was a peaceful Saturday morning. Birds were chirping. Well, first mistake, it was a Saturday morning. And I've got Bob Marley's Three Little Birds playing on my stereo, driving down to Costco. I have kind of a series of things that I do on a consistent basis when I'm there. I always get gas first, so I'm pulling into the gas station. You guys are all familiar with the Costco gas station. You can only go in one way, and everybody's kind of bottlenecking in there. So I pull in, and I'm just kind of pulling up towards the pump, and all of a sudden this giant SUV just kind of like screaks around me and like completely cuts me off and like pulls into the pump. I'm like, okay, well there's plenty of other pumps, so I'll just put it in reverse, back up, drive around. Typical, middle-aged person on their cell phone just kind of gets out, starts pumping their gas, like, the world revolves around them. If that's you, by the way, I'm not sorry for this story. If you're here right now listening, I don't apologize. I just don't. So I got a good look at her, just kind of, okay, I know this person, thank you, I'm just gonna go about my day, not let it bother me. And so I finish pumping my gas, and I head over to find a parking spot. I'm driving up. There's a spot like 2 spots from the building. That never happens. So I'm pretty excited at this point. So I'm driving up, put my signal light on, person's backing out. I'm about to back in, and who should pull into that spot from around the corner but the same SUV with the cell phone and the woman with the dyed blonde hair. So I'm starting to get a little agitated, but it's not enough to put me over the edge. So I'm just like, okay, I'll find another spot. And I get in, do my shopping, and something about Costco, it's like a whole different world. You go in there and they act like every product that's on sale is like there's a huge shortage of it that's going to take place. So you just got to fill your cart with everything. So I'm just making my way, picking up the items my wife wanted me to pick up for her. And of course, you got to pick up a rotisserie chicken, right? I mean, that's why you go to Costco, to buy the most cheap and expensive rotisserie chicken that you'll ever purchase in your life, because you'll pay $5 for it, but then you'll pay $100, $200, $300 for everything else that you throw in your cart that you don't need. So I'm rolling down to the rotisserie chicken headquarters, and there's one left, and I can see it about 100 yards away. So I'm like a football player at this point. I'm not a football player, not gonna happen. So I'm pushing my cart, just kind of weaving around, and guess who cuts in front of me and grabs the chicken? This is a true story, by the way. This is completely, you can't make this stuff up. I should have went out and bought a Powerball ticket after I left, because the chances of what occurred this day happening to me, I should have just played the lottery, because, I'm a pretty lucky guy. So I'm getting really frustrated at this point. And, she stole the last chicken, cut me off for gas, stole my parking spot. I'm just, really frustrated. So I finished my shopping. I picked out some mac and cheese or something instead, and hopefully, I don't think my wife got mad at me, but, so I'm getting ready to check out. And it's a busy Saturday, so there's, I don't know why half the registers are closed. It's a Saturday. I think they would figure it out by now, but oh well. So there's lines, pouring into almost to the women's socks section. And so I'm sitting here waiting, and my wife only sent me there for 6 or 7 items, nothing crazy, just a few things. And so I get close to the front of the line, and it's just about my turn, and I see the woman kind of walking around like a lost fawn, just kind of walking with 2 items, her rotisserie chicken, and some other random item. And she's looking just kind of lost and just looking for a line to get in. And I thought, you know what? The nice side of me, the kind side of me, wants to kind of pay it forward and just kind of let her butt in line because I've been the recipient of this kind of generosity before. And the evil side of me wants me to do that just to kind of stick it to her and be like, hey, you screwed me over so many times, but look what I'm going to do because I'm such a nice person and you're not. So I kind of motion over to her and I say, hey, you only got a couple items, you can just go ahead and bump ahead of me. And she kind of looks at me like, oh, okay. She kind of walks up and then she motions. She does the motion. And I'm like, what is this? Her husband or boyfriend or future divorcee comes rolling down the lane with a cart full of shit and just starts unloading it. And I'm like, so when I get mad, like I have complete control over all of my everything except the volume of my voice. So I was just kind of like, I only let you cut because you only had a couple items. I didn't realize you had a bunch. And she just kind of looks at me and she goes, oh no, I have a lot more. And I'm just like, and just the way it took place, I think that she's done this before. I think it's a strategy of hers to just kind of do this. So anyways, it's kind of funny. So another patron kind of saw the situation and their jaw was like dropped and they let me cut. And it made my day much better. And yeah, so that was the boiling point at Costco. The bell rang, so I've got to leave you, but have a great night. Thanks, guys.